compact crossover segment continues to grow, and the Nissan JUKE is the latest member to join this segment. What you have here is a $19,000 to $25,000 vehicle, seats 4, actually has 4 doors, but it's made to look like a coupe. The styling is really out there. As you can see, these lights up here, those are actually the turn signals. The headlights are actually down here in the bumper. Now, styling is one of those things where you really got to embrace it, and Nissan wants this car to be out there. What it's competing against, vehicles like the Scion TC and the Mini Cooper. So what you have is a very sporty vehicle available in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. With the front-wheel drive, you can get a 6-speed manual, which we've been driving around here in British Columbia all day. The all-wheel drive comes in automatic only. No paddle shifters, which we'd really like. The interior of the JUKE is all about sportiness. It's all about just kind of making the driver feel comfortable. As you can see, the steering wheel, nice small diameter. It's the same steering wheel they use in the 370Z, which is a true sports car. You can see the center console. We mentioned this kind of hard plastic, made to look like the gas tank of a motorcycle. So a lot of motorcycle inspiration in this vehicle. That translates into a cabin that you're comfortable with, but it's also very functional. Now, one of the things Nissan did with the JUKE is put their low-cost navigation system, which is about a $400 add-on if you have certain criteria, in other words, certain trim levels met. But it's nice. It's not the biggest screen in the world, but it's functional and very easy to read. But this is the real story here. So if you are trying to adjust the climate, you go into what they call climate mode, and you could see all the buttons here, AC off, all your traditional buttons for controlling the temperature. Okay, great, looks good. I like that, wonderful. Here's the great part. D mode or driver mode, everything changes. These buttons actually change. I don't know how they did that, but very impressive. We haven't really seen this in any other vehicle, but it's quite impressive. You have 3 modes, normal, sport, and eco. That's cool. I tell you, this car is great because it actually lets you kind of play around with some things, even measures the G-force. It's got this great all-wheel drive system. It's called all-wheel drive with vector control. What it does is it continuously shifts power from the front wheels to the back wheels, left, right, everything designed to keep you on the road, again, with the all-wheel drive system. These are systems you find in $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 cars, not in $20,000 cars. Now, one of the biggest departures for Nissan with this vehicle is the engine. Rather than a larger 4-cylinder engine, it's only a 1.6 liter, but it's turbocharged. Now, what do you get with that? 188 horsepower and almost 30 miles to the gallon. That's great fuel economy and great performance, all in a vehicle that's around $20,000. So this is really a great car for not only young people, but I see it as a vehicle that older couples, empty nesters who may want something that you can really enjoy driving on a daily basis, and it stands out from the crowd. So what's the bottom line? We've driven this car for a couple of 100 miles today. Really enjoyed the drive. Had a few issues with the steering, kind of felt like we were kind of stuck in a rut. Not sure what that was, but overall, a really nice driving vehicle, great fuel economy, great performance. Obviously, we prefer the manual, but most people are going to drive the automatic. The CVT is fine. It works great and provides good fuel economy. But the bottom line, would I buy this car? Well, it would certainly be pretty high on my list. You know, a lot of people compare this vehicle to the Mini. I personally don't like the way the Mini drives, so if I'm strictly going on driving, I would definitely prefer this car over the Mini. It doesn't have the heritage, but it's certainly going to have the reliability and a much better price point and better performance. So certainly go out there and check this out. For more information, go to AutoTube. That's autotoob.com.